Good evening, everyone. Welcome to stream number 3 of our Viewer's Choice. Thank you. My first playthrough of the Outer Worlds. Hopefully you all had a great weekend. And here we are, the start of another week. First day of February. Rabbit. It is currently snowing out here. Finally. Downstate's getting hammered. We just started to get hit, so settle in for the next 2 hours and join me as I continue. We're now out of the first world, the first city of Edgewater, and we'll see what sort of ruckus we can now cause. We've got 2 party members in tow, and yeah, so let's dive right in. Let us dive right in. Borstwurst! It's not the Wurst, unless it's Borstwurst. Kinda looks like a woolly pork scrotum looking thing. Whatever. But yes, we've arrived on the Groundbreaker. Which I made a
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remember.
Passing joke that it was, hey, so, oh, hey, Babylon 5, welcome. So here we are.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
I'm not paid enough.
Going for a stroll around the docking base? Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs. Yeah, because I knocked my foreman out with a tossball stick. But, to be fair, I wasn't the one who started it. The guy was insulting my Rizzo's Rangers. Look, if it's a crime to defend your favorite tossball team against slander and calumny, well then lock me right up.
Rizzo? As in the rat?
Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. You know something? I am lucky. I ought to raise a glass of 0G to my fortune, if I had the bits. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I suspect he will,
See you around, boss.
join my party at some point.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Alright. We'll do that.
Yeah, I've done work for Sublight. Need to pay the bill some.
Alright. There's just a lot of grunts fooling around, and we have Felix, our new friend. Alright. Customs it is. Nope. Not with the dude right there.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Vending machine, vending machine. Can I talk to you? Yes, I can.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side. Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Classic grunt.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much.
Oh,
Not that
good.
he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
Another company man.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Good, good, good.
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Sure thing.
Okay.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side.
Excellent.
I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
Beautiful.
You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
Okay. Let's see.
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Intestines.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain, matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
All right. Well, let me. I still
Are
have.
you pulling my leg? Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
Nice.
Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Glad to help. Relative to the Board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
Good, good.
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
Beautiful.
All right. Be seeing you.
All right. So we've got a lot of plot to play with. Nice. So we have passage to anywhere. Wanda Dorset, Junlei, and locate a security terminal. All right, well, let's start with Junlei, which is 152 meters from here. A quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you'll be shot on sight. Using a disguise will prevent immediate hostilities.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
All right. So if I'm going to be shot on sight, that means I need to equip. Still getting used to the controls. Ride control, worker's outfit. Oh. How do I use the holographic controls? Okay. Do medical inhaler, weapon rail, holdover charge. Is it in my... Ah.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Well, let's use the workbench.
Here we go again.
Anything needs repair? Well, I've got a lot of parts. Ooh, yeah. And can we modify? Ooh. We're gonna up the crit damage, sure. Nice. That's already modified. Oops. Melee. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Okay.
No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No. Seriously, there was a lot of static at first, but then
Hold on, I want to look up something.
said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole.
As long as you have the correct ID cartridges. Okay. You have a short period of time. As long as you have the correct ID cartridge, the holographic shuttle automatically as soon as you enter. Okay. Ah, okay. That's what you had to do. Automatically disguised. Okay. Bard. Holographic disguise activated. Okay. That's how that works. Okay, so I might not be able to do that just yet. So let's change quest.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Ad drone.
Didn't the board rep's office used to be in the docking bays?
Yeah, about 10 years back. That was before
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted to release of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch.
Oh, vending machines.
Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing.
Bathroom, good.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
Aha.
Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
Beautiful. Since I'm here... Hi, Gladys.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Leave my bits out of this. I don't have 10,000 bits. Yeah, no.
I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently. And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide. Maybe whatever they're hiding went to heck, and now they need a few spare hands to clean up the mess. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Good point.
My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake? I like that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of
Well then,
cookies.
corporate espionage.
Law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. I've got a lovely little throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my hands busy.
Sending out an SOS. Sending out an SOS. Sending out an SOS. Sure, I'll take some weapon parts. Stealing is not the answer. Stealing is the question. The answer is yes. Unauthorized use of this item by any person without a security rating of A5 is a Class C felony. Sure, I'll take one. You know what? I'll take all 6. All right, cool. I don't have the appropriate, and I do not want to steal from Granny yet. So that updates the quest and adds a distress signal. Okay. Play it on your ship so that Ada can get to the Roseway landing pad. Okay. So, at the moment... let's drink some sapphire wine.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertising.
Nothing in there.
Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question.
Need a key card. I don't need ammo.
Performance-enhancing stims. A tossball first.
All right. Spacer's Choice vendor.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon.
Good old-fashioned nightmare
Of course,
fuel.
This heat sure makes a 0G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you.
Oh, you sound like you don't get paid enough.
And it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget. Heard of it. My orientation Aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
Not the word I'd use. I think of it more like a... no, I take it back. Dump sums it up nicely.
Just quoting you.
Well, I liked it fine enough.
I'm sure they're doing their best. That's the Spacer's Choice spirit. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too.
Sure, let's see what you got.
Have a look.
Water, without the hydrogen or oxygen. Just add air. Moonman helmet. Nope, I think I'm good for the moment, actually. I might be able to sell some stuff, actually. I still have room, so... I'm good for the moment. Thank you, though.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear?
I hear ya.
You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Umfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay?
All right.
As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. You say that like it's weird. I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
All right.
Something I can help you with? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Take care.
Okay, well, we'll go back to that later. In the meantime...
C&P near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.
What do we got here? We have a terminal. I keep telling you the hat doesn't fit right. There's something wrong with it. How many people have worn this thing before me? Is this my life now? Because if it is, I'll take it. I'll be your moon man, but there won't be anything left of me to care. You made your spacer's choice when you signed the employment contract. Hope you're doing well, Mom. Thought I'd check in. Engineers visit the shop a bunch. I remember when I used to turn a wrench back home on Terra 2. Lilia Hagen over in Sublate told me that I could always pursue a career in salvage if this thing doesn't work out. Please give Dad and the others a hug from me. Mom, it's really great that we can stay in touch like this. Little reminders of home are more important than ever. Enjoy the quality Spacer's Choice goods I sent. You can get ones just like them at home, but I figured you might appreciate me getting the company discount and all. Are you okay, honey? From Mom. Alright, what else? Just exit there. Public notices. Alright. The heat. I know it's bad. As the one whose office is close to our radiators, you can imagine why I want to take 3 showers every day. I hear you. We got eyes on the problem, and hands, and tools. It's a mechanical problem with a mechanical solution. In the meantime, enjoy some additional water rations and take breaks. You deserve them. If you're thirsting for cooler air, talk to your closest engineer about spots with favorable circulation. JT. Seeking contractor, Sublight Salvage. Okay. Seeking ethically flexible spacer with Stellar Bay landing clearance. Payment in exchange for return of legal salvage. Details given upon acceptance of contract. Active warrants, prior convictions, no question asked. Our background checks filter out criminal red flags. Plausible deniability is the Sublight way. See Lilia Hagen for details. Warehouse next to the Spratwurst joint, 2nd floor. Loitering on board property is strictly prohibited. Do not delete. The Halcyon Holdings corporate office and its environs are for conducting official board business only. Anyone found misusing board property will be fined accordingly. Board property includes, but is not limited to, Halcyon Holdings office here on Groundbreaker, the space directly in front of my desk, the space directly behind my desk, my doorway, my berth, and most importantly, my stairs. Thank you for your cooperation. Udom Bedford, Certified Liaison. P.S. Please note that the next spacer caught drinking on the stairs outside the embassy may find themselves on the rude side of an airlock. P.P.S. This is the third time I've had to post this message, and I'm sick and tired of it. I will not hesitate to open a board-sanctioned investigation into your behavior, and when you are caught, punish you accordingly. Felix Millstone. Okay. Well, I don't have the Stellar Bay stuff yet, so I can't do that. That's Spratware's vendor discovered.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons, for those times you have to repel boarders but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
I do like me some melee weapons. Ooh, plasma cutter. Good evening, most vociferous, and thank you for the bits. Thank you for the bits. I hate when airlocks get rude. I know. Plasma cutter, 133 DPS. What is my current? Ooh. The officer's spine, 137. What is my sentry saber currently at? Evening. How are you this evening? $87. Oh yeah, I can definitely do with an upgrade to my melee weapon. Abso-frickin-lutely.
Itching to whack someone over the head? We can help with that.
Let's just sell those melee weapons, that melee weapon, right off the bat. So that's 133. So what are you? You are acid damage. The origin of the name of this sword is lost in antiquity. Was it named Officer's Spine because officers could stand straight knowing they wielded these powerful swords? Or was it that, like officers, these swords vented noxious fumes? No one knows. Okay, just got off work. Calco's Outer Worlds. This guy has a great sales pitch. This so far is a very interesting game. It's just the hyper late stage capitalism is really giving me something to hate. It's like, oh, this is the future the Republicans want. Oh. So I caused some chaos and stuck it to the man in the first world. And now I'm on the Groundbreaker. This is the second area. And you are a tremor cleaver. No. The impact hammer. I do like the burn damage of the plasma cutter. So yeah, let's get that. Armor. What is my current armor? I'm still getting used to the controls. Current armor is 10 and 10, so I've got 20 in total. I can definitely get rid of these cheap armors.
Welcome. Looking to give a beating or take one?
Yeah. I could definitely... Oof. Oh, I can. Defensive helmet, elite troop. I lack the bits. Which is the currency in this game, incidentally. They're called bits. So, it's heavy armor. Dodge +5, but -5 to stealth. Standard troop armor. Whoops. Basic streetwear. I do like me some medium armor. So I think... Well, I mean, I'm not really slightly better than credits. Yeah. You know what? I'm not much for stealth in this game anyway, so yeah, let's just get the troop armor. Let's just get it. Let's just get it. Excellent. All right. Let's go meet our engineer here.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sublevel.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
None planned.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships.
I love her.
Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said sorry.
She is so adorable.
Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Before you go...
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. I keep diligent records of station repairs, requisitions, and available assets, just like my grandmother taught me. The station's radiators haven't changed since her time, and her records say the parts should be there. I trust them.
Beautiful.
Sorry, I forget not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last.
Okay.
If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts.
Okay.
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back.
Well, it looks like violence is gonna be the answer. Good old-fashioned violence.
But a freelancer like you is more dispensable. Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding. You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy. Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me to preserve this ship's independence. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Beautiful. And I'll level up. Beautiful. That'll give me up to level 8. So. Yeah, I have a -2 because I'm wearing heavy armor. Okay, that's fine. But I will add definitely a point to, at least a point to stealth. 1 to dialogue. Another 2 to melee. 2 there. 2 there. Have I added it in? Yeah, okay. 1 and 1. Sure. And perks. I've got perks. I can be perky. Let's see. You have a base armor rating, which adds to any armor you wear. That could be interesting. But I use that time dilation a lot, so let's go, let's make it so that up goes up faster. Beautiful. Okay. So, first things first, let's save it, because I haven't saved it yet. And let's check our quests. Happiness is a warm spaceship. Okay, I have to go back to my ship for that. And the sickbay. Let's do that. Get all these quests started.
Just plugged the last of the O2 leaks. I'm ready for downtime.
CNP pancake mix. Now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix it.
Oh, hello.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. I'm expecting our delivery fellow to stop through with medical supplies and service auto mechanicals. Name's Captain Irion. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
Oh, goody.
Surgery mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker. The board won't let their doctors and nurses station here, and they own all the medical schools. If we can't hire their people, we can't hire anyone.
The more I hear about
Everyone
the
on
board,
staff
the more
here
I'm
on
just like
Groundbreaker was trained by
down
mere
with
agents.
capitalism.
We're good, don't get me wrong. But we've only 2 heads between us, and we don't know everything.
Like I'm already, you know, down for, you know, destroy capitalism and fuck the police and all of that. But, you know, this game just really is starting to drive that point home really early on.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
So a lot of this is going to require me to get off the ship, so, yeah. Since I'm here... I am now...
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
For the last ratchet on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine. So
Bubonic plague?
Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've gotta do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items.
Ooh.
3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. Udon was my buyer for when I'd acquired the diamond. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm.
Oh!
Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Alright. Cool. Let's get out of here then. Oh, just in time. That camouflage was about to wear off. Alright, so we got for messages. Alright, I need a status update, Arian. I know you boasted about the Scylla shortcut, but could you maybe venture through a pocket of space that isn't infested with pirates? You know, pirates, the ones who love cargo and hate rules. Here in Medbay, we've got blunt tools, watered-down meds, long shifts, and shaky hands. Don't let me down. Okay. Alright, I still need to locate a security terminal on the Groundbreaker, which I think I can now. So I need to... That's off planet. I mean, that's off Groundbreaker. There's a lot of stuff here. Okay. Well, let's go back to the ship. That'll clear a couple of things. Because I can't leave this place because my ship is in impound. I'm so used to start taking me to this menu, not the select button. Alright, I need to get out of here because that's going to close on me. Alright, let's go back to the ship. There's nothing I can really do in the meantime anyway. Just wanted to see what that bin was. Alright. Can I not go back to my ship?
Hey there, you mind stepping back? This charming little ship's been impounded and I'm afraid I can't let you near it till it's not. I'd surely love to, but that's just not my bailiwick. You'll want to have words with our representative here from the board, Mr. Udom Bedford. His office is on the promenade. Have yourself a pleasant day.
Alright, so I can't even get back to my ship just to do anything. Okay. Well, in that case... I can't get on the ship, so... I guess the next thing we'll do is we'll do some we'll commit some violence. Sure. Since that's how you want to play it.
Rizzo Special Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
Bell shells. Waste disposal. That's the Halcyon office.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information
And Auntie Cleo's is a foodery? And his name is Greasy. How cute.
Greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen. A home-style consumable protein dispensary. By this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
I would like some meat.
Beginning dispensing sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial protein ingestion tubes.
Oh, but I am kind of broke at the moment, so let's head down. Let's go to the back bay then. Terror on the frontier. A mysterious stranger threatens our way of life. Okay.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
Really?
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
Oh, do I want to hit him? Let's see. I'm going to try the nice approach first.
You stumbled into my court without an invitation, neighbor from above. If you don't have any business, then it's time to light up the grill.
All right. I'm aware of that. See ya. Oh, got me. Oh, so I'm going to take my last save, which was a while. Goody. Oh, no. Well, now that I know what's coming... No, don't do that. No, no. Thank you.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above. Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill.
Well, since you're going to attack me anyway.
Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. You stumbled into my court without an invitation, neighbor from above. If you don't have any business, then it's time to light up the grill.
Get ready.
have mercy on you. I won't. Find him, Captain.
Beautiful. All right. Take some time, heal up. I'll steal you. Isn't it just? And right now I'm not playing on its max graphics settings because I realized when I started this last week that I can't stream this on the max settings that my PC is capable of and stream it at the same time. My computer at that point goes, "Nope, you've crossed the line. You've no, you might want to tone it down a little bit." But they are gorgeous, even at these slightly reduced settings. I feel like I'm on a very, very gritty version of Babylon 5. Like, really gritty. But, you know, all these people are dead, so I'll just raid their stuff, because, yeah. Because fuck them. I just wanted to get some nice parts, but no! People had to be fucking dicks. $20 okay.
Can you imagine being frozen for 10 years, sailing through space in a room such as this?
I'll take that plasma rifle, and I'll continue being my hoarder self. There's a few more enemies, the map is telling me.
What was that? Huh?
Incoming!
It's done for.
Ooh. That scrap mechanical came to life. Alright. Yeah, I'm sure my armor's taken a bit of a beating. You alright?
Haven't seen any new faces down here since I arrived. Not sure how long ago that was. McRed tends to incinerate anyone who comes by. It's too bad. I mean, he was a scary fucker, total pyromaniac, but You know how it is. You meet a guy, get used to his quirks, and then blam. I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
Yep, but I wasn't done talking to you. Whatever. Sure. I'll just steal all this wonderful stuff. Because, as I mentioned, I am a hoarder. Alright, so we're not done yet. I did see a ladder nearby, so I'm thinking I might have to take that. Ah! So it does give me an... It does auto-save. Okay.
That's the last of them.
Good. Ah, so my gun reduces them to ash. Beautiful. There's the radiator parts.
We got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
No level up, though. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. So what was that ladder up? Apparently there's 2 more enemies here. But...
Smells kind of like old Bess's outflow pipes.
Alright. Ah, that's if I chose not to use the lockpicks. Okay. Got it. Well, that makes sense. Alright. Back up we go. Picking up items that belong to other people is a crime and affects reputation, so be careful what you... Slices, dices, cauterizes. Whoopsie. Not where I wanted to go. Kip, pip, 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 pip. That's where I wanted to go.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertising.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation.
Oh, of course.
More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Okay. So, we'll head down this way. Oh, good, a workbench. Can I repair? Oh, my weapons are good. My armor is now repaired. Okay. Ooh, we can add a mod to that. Which I will. Cool. Cool. Let's see what I can break down. I've got 2 of these. Break you down. 1 of you, break you down. Another 1 of you, break you down. 2 plasma rifles, break you down. What can I do? You know, I need to save my bits here.
Be seeing you, stranger.
Keep your wits about you down there. I don't want to clean crispy freelancer bits out of the radiators again.
Aw.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Really?
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the radiators. You don't need to kill the caterpillars, but I'd be mighty grateful if you did. I've got this thing about giant insects.
That's so cool. Oh, hello. Oh, you hit the vicar. Where are you?
Everyone all right?
Cool. What were you saying? The build benches are like such a medieval game-setting feature. I don't see them frequently in future stuff. It reminds me... Have you ever played Dead Space? That's another one that uses the workbench mechanic to upgrade your weapons. Archived logs. All right. 2HHB Earth HQ transmitted via probe archived at source. It is my honor to report that Groundbreaker has successfully arrived at the Lagrange Point, having released our cargo of prefab housing, settlers, and supplies at their intended colony worlds. May they prosper and expand. Now that stages 1 and 2 of the mission have been carried out, my family will take ownership of the Groundbreaker as specified in our contract, keeping the ship in active duty as an independent trading post, repair, stop, and cargo bay. I'd be remiss if I closed this transmission without sending my hopes and best wishes back to Earth. There's so much ahead of us, but we'll never forget what we left behind. A stern reminder. Some very rich and unsavory elements among our colonial neighbors seem to have the wrong idea about why I flew us out here. It wasn't for a 9-figure blood money salary and a Spacer's Choice logo stamped on my ass. It wasn't to nickel and dime passing ships out of their last bit. Groundbreaker has no role in the success or failure of Halcyon's corporate entities. Period. I negotiated that understanding and clearly outlined it in writing before I ever set foot on this ship. If anyone wants to dispute or compromise our independence, they will answer to a Tennyson. We're a family operation. Even when the last Tennyson falls, Groundbreaker will remember us and defend its freedom accordingly. But yeah, Dead Space is fun. You know, survival horror in space.
Good news? Song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from them, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak past if you can. Shoot back if you need to.
The area.
I can always fix them later.
Well, I mean, thank you for the reminder. Early Vicar. Vicar, you're bad at this. Vicar, you're bad at this.
Processing data.
Didn't want to do that.
Security patrol initiated.
Oh no, don't be a hero. No, Vicar, you're bad at this. As I said, you're bad at this.
Go ahead and cycle the droplet pump.
Vicar, don't go guns a-blazing. For the love of God. Alright. Cycle drop pumps. Very good. We have fixed the radiators for 6,000 experience points. Alright. The staff is getting restless. Workaround and half-cocked solutions are all we've got to mend Groundbreaker's bones. In many cases, we can't revive one system without cannibalizing another. Grandma lived without reality, and so will I. I can rally our spirits, but what happens when I'm not around? Groundbreaker's real test will be seeing if our independence outlasts me. I'll take that bet. Found some of Chief Guying's old schematics. Groundbreaker must have taken a beating during the crossing because she spent half of her career patching it up. Lots of corners cut when they put this place together. Among her papers, I also found the layout of a hangar that doesn't match any of my docs. Something that might have gotten sealed off along the way, like blood cells isolating an infection. I hate to put sentiment down in print, but every time I open a panel or find some workaround in the guts of this old bird, it's like I can feel you reaching out to me from the past, Grandma. GT.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you things.
Okay. Let us be out of this part of the ship, at any rate. Oh, I'm so close to a level up.
The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
This is Halcyon News.
All right.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds. Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand. Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer. Appreciate it. There wasn't much that took me by surprise about the job, but the little things you never expect or think about, they add up over time. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
You're so cute.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out. You've got my attention. You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. You've got my attention.
I'm all set. Level up! Beautiful. Another 10 skill points. Let's... do... one to you, two to you, two to you, three to you. Get you to 20. Beautiful. You have unlocked Leap. Double-click jump when moving forwards to leap forward. Great for quickly closing distance on an enemy.
Scheduled advertisement for the following story.
You've unlocked perfect blocks.
And now for a special word from...
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time. Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown. We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5... No. Wait, I've lost track of my weeks. Maybe it was 36 or... sometime dire soon. Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
That'll put the whole system in a right dire situation.
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine maintenance. Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnostic expedition. But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief.
So that'll be another off-station side quest.
I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with some leisure reading.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh? The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just waiting for me to sort through.
Oh, goody.
It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium can afford them.
Okay. So, let's see. Haven't spoken with Lilia yet. And I can't go back to the ship yet. So, yeah. Passage to anywhere it is.
just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend.
Oh.
You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental
I want to
man.
butter this guy up.
Tell me, how did he die? No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really
Hi,
in the colony's
Rosie.
best interest that we stop him before he does
The
further
last 20
harm.
minutes, the last half hour.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
All right.
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's... well, it's my white whale, I suppose. It's fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work.
One more thing.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Ooh, repo.
That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? You might be surprised. But we'll proceed on the assumption she'll be reasonable. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
All right. Let's update that. Let's update the side quest then. As I try to play both sides of the fence here. Oh, before I do that.
Wait for the following story.
I'm like, wait a minute. There we go. Sick bay.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice, too. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
Ooh.
It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain. Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Did not expect Ellie.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
So now I have a medic. Beautiful. So now I have a vicar, an engineer, and a medic. There's something Firefly about this entire arrangement that's starting to happen. Again, there's something slightly Firefly about the whole thing. However, this now means I can get back to the ship and at least advance a couple of those side quests. Do I have 10,000 bits?
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. Sugar hip. Well, flakes and purple berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your
Oh god, I am so close to a level up.
Spacer's Choice calls rumor of assault.
Ooh, and a barkeep. Okay.
A new face. What's your pleasure, stranger? Some big shot down in Byzantium's holding auditions for a new adventure serial. So yay, another 6 of those next season.
Beautiful.
Nothing you need and everything you want.
Oh, really? I don't have 10,000 bits, but there's a lot of booze here. Plain and pure water. It's crisp, it's delicious, it's nutritious. It's water, now with 11% more natural water flavoring. I love the descriptions on some of these things. Spectrum Vodka. From the finest Spectrum potatoes comes the finest Spectrum potato vodka. Available in every color of the rainbow, plus black! Okay, so nothing there. Engineers. Mardit. Rio.
Colonials are always
Servers, okay.
No one saw me trip over there, right?
Booze. Don't have the key card for that.
You're spending large tonight, ma'am.
Just got done.
We have the chef.
Need directions? Try an engineer. Groundbreaker.
Ah, okay. Cool. All right. So, yep, at this point, don't think I can get to the security area yet. Oh, there was one place on here. So for all of you out there who's joining me this evening, thank you so much. It's been a quiet Monday. It's been a very quiet Monday evening. But that's all right. It's snowing out here, snowing very heavily outside now. We're going to be wrapping this up in about 20 minutes or so, but this is my viewer's choice playthrough. This is the game that was chosen by all of you, as a thank you for helping me to reach Twitch affiliates. So if you like what you see, give me a follow, and if you're feeling really generous, throw me some bits or even a subscription. But those are never ever required. I'm just glad for your company. So again, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, neat. They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Well, this should prove interesting, to say the least.
Couldn't pay me enough to take bounty hunting work.
Next stream will be on Wednesday, and I'm going to be developing some film. That's going to be my art stream. I'm going to be developing some medium format film. 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the Unreliable? Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
All right. Hi, Lilia.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down.
Oh, really?
Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. At least one system on Groundbreaker still works. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. I didn't ask. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
Oh, God.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits. These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down.
Good evening, Mr. Fester. And who is my favorite companion so far? So far, it's Pavarti. So far, I have Pavarti, I have the Vicar, and I just got Ellie a few minutes ago. So right now, it's been Pavarti.
Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities.
Not yet. I only just acquired the third, my third companion, and I'm only, what, 6-7 hours into the game so far. I only just got to Groundbreaker at the end of the last stream, so I've spent this stream just exploring it.
Your words, not mine. Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets, grids in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one. Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate. Ask. I have nothing to hide.
Okay, good.
Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
Beautiful. All right.
Step lively, Miss Holcomb.
I'm not winded. Honest. My, boot was tied.
Would hate for you to get left behind, or architect forbid, become lost.
Okay.
CNP Borsted Baked Beans. When you need to eat
Borst. Borst baked beans. All right. So, that said, I've got a bunch of stuff to do once I get back to the ship. So, I'd like to see if I can get into the security office. Don't know if I can yet.
Rizzo's knock you out bar. A secret chocolate bar with caramel and pea-free nuts in it. It's time for a KYO.
31 out of 35. Not yet. I might have to ask. Okay. Well, first, let's refresh the, the disguise. And let's go back in.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering. Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is. Not the criminal.
Oh.
Allegations include several counts
Well,
of
it's your
flying
lucky
under the
day.
influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one but two officers. Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters like you in the future. Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand? Then get to business or get moving. We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know. The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardettes because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
All right.
With that bastard McRed dead, there ain't much else in the offing. Not that I'm complaining, mind you.
All right. Level up. Okay. Well, while I'm here, we've got skills and perks to play with. Ah, that's why I'm okay. That's why I'm down. Okay, because I'm wearing the heavy armor. Okay. Okay. So let's immediately add 3 to that. So I can actually do what I need to do. Let's add 2 to leadership. Oh wait, let's add a few more to melee. And 1 more to dialogue. Good. And now the perks. Yeah, you know what? You know what? I like being resilient. Oh, now I can... Now that I have the requisite ski... Fuck you. Now I need one more frickin' lockpick.
Hey, Mr. Vicker. Do you ever get a little bit homesick? For Edgewater? For that ocean stink?
No, I do not.
You're supposed to say yes to explain why. I just want to have a conversation.
Your whole family tonight.
Of course you do.
Alright, let's see if I can,
Is it just me, or is Groundbreaker feeling extra chilly? Maybe you ought to help yourself to a piping hot frozen dinner. Shit. Oh, shit. No, I mean, yeah, excellent. Yeah, that was intentional. As the face of Spacer's Choice, it's my honor to be a public figure. Who needs privacy when you have job security? Have a look.
Alright. I doubt you have any. Yeah. Damn. So I need to find one more lockpick. Bloody hell.
This is Halcyon News. Start a regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you. When you were sick, who took your temperature?
Although...
When you were hungry, who gave you...
I cannot purchase this restricted stock. Alright.
Full of love. Auntie Cleo, that's who. Have you given your auntie a hug today? This has been
No. No, I don't want to do that. No, no, no. Alright. That's locked. Public terminal. All right. Pay to view movies, pay to view serials. Oh, hacking. Access guest messages. Let's see. Ah. Veritas subject, be careful. From Veritas to Iceman. One of UB's squealers came asking after you. Wanted to know what you like to drink, who you talk to, what your temperament's like. Tried to pay me off. I took the bits and told her a pack of lies. Watch your back when you get in. Don't want to find you in the waste disposal chute. Icy, been a while since I've heard from you. You're on that long haul out to Deshkova right now. Hope it goes well. I got a space for you and yours to meet when you get back. It's a storage room, but it's quiet and safer than the bar. Should be able to accommodate most of your folks. No fees or nothing. Just let me buy you a beer. Mr. McRed, we have reviewed your proposal for the 10th time and still do not agree that galactic mushroom is an acceptable flavor for a Rizzo beverage. Even if we were to pursue the idea, the samples you sent us were dangerously hallucinogenic. The unopened package alone caused mayhem in our receiving bay. Don't reach out to us again. This is the pay-to-view is restricted to diamond-level guests, but feel free to peruse our catalog. Entertainment cartridges are available for rent at the main desk. There are currently 0 cartridges in stock. My big canid friend, and Nanner Spank 7 Primal Affections. 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 Pri Oh, what's the synopsis? Raised by wilderness primals, one man will leave the jungle he knows to explore. He knows to explore, but the one he doesn't. Keystone. He came for Nan or Spank, but he stayed for love. Can a young corporate executive collar this creature, or will she awaken the beast within? Rated PACNS for passion, anthropoid, and consensual Nan or spanking. And then my big canid friend. A lab-grown giant canid goes on an adorable rampage, leading a family of scientists on a wild chase across Emerald Vale. Spending the holiday away from home proves to be a chore, but the family soon realizes that true friends are the monsters you meet along the way. Rated FSR 11 for fun times, simulated rampage, and body count 11. And then we have the cereals. Baking with Edna. Chef Edna gives valuable life lessons while she cooks from the Book of Approved Cakes. Learn how to maintain a structured kitchen, obey your head chef, achieve a good sponge, and obey your sous chef. Edna is the boss in her kitchen. Now she can be the boss of yours. Then we have Space Hospital. If the walls of Orbital Hospital could talk, they'd shriek with terror. These doctors have seen it all. Zero-G cyst lancing, extraterrestrial teratoma. Next, on a very special episode, in order to trap a chem thief, Dr. Margrave must become a serial arsonist. Don't forget to see Space Hospital Nights for steamy suspense. And then Broderick's Brood. An ordinary colony family daydreams of the extraordinary. While Lucia works in the factory, canning processed borscht, her ham-handed husband cooks up schemes to land her a big promotion. Will that lovable fool ever learn to be satisfied with what he has? Broderick's Brood is a testament to the less is success family lifestyle. Jesus. Alright. So I need... It still does not solve my problem of I need one more maglock. That said...
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? That's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
I don't think you have what I'm looking for, though. No, you don't. Alright. Well.
Mechanicals all over, but they still got us sweating in boxes.
I have a few minutes left.
Have you seen this man? Reward offers for information leading to the cat.
I don't think I've fully finished exploring the back bays. So let's see if I can find one maglock in there. Because I really want to make sure I got the security thing all taken care of. It's like there has to be someone I didn't loot yet. Getting a lot of armor parts, which is good. Ah, that's where the enemies were hiding. Oh, they're a combat drone. Nice. Okay. Maybe I'll find one now. Apples, mock apples. Wow. Shrooms, man. Really? Am I not going to find a single lock? When I settled on Groundbreaker, I thought this would be my gateway to the stars, the beginning of my epic tale as a spacer. Now I grow shrooms for a bunch of outlaws. Not even for selling. They just eat the damn things by the handful. Some of the crew have been tripping for weeks. Suppose it could be worse. Heard of a sublight contractor who got dissolved in chemicals and flushed down waste treatment for stealing from Lilia. Now McRed, he's always happy to see me, calls me his fungus lad. Update. McRed just set a man on fire for having his laces undone. Shit, shit, shit. Maybe I need to be more careful about what I'm growing. Ought to find something that calms him down. Time to experiment. Not a single mag lock. God damn. Oh! Well, what do you know? There's the mag pick. That's the last one I need. Alright, so we'll see what we can do about this security thing, and then call it a night, as we are getting near. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Needed 5 frickin'. All right. Let's change the active... let's also save it. I have not done that in quite a while.
Great work. There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest.
Okay. We have confiscated goods. Security logs. Barrel of the Lost Hope. Hawthorne's ship was impounded by order of the Udon Bedford. The guy from the back bay is roughed up. Okay.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Beautiful. So what do we do with that now? Give the data cartridge to Vicar Max. Which... didn't I just do that? Where is he?
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it? I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Okay. So that's it. We're going to head back to the ship. And when I resume this on Friday, we're going to have a...
assault cruisers ever put into Groundbreaker?
We're going to take a look at a bunch of stuff that needs to be done on the ship and see where we go from there. Friday's the longer stream.
Hey, you got a second?
Well, okay. I figure we're about to get another party member, so I will actually just save it here. All right. So on that fun note, the next time I will be streaming will be Wednesday night. Wednesday night is going to be the art stream, and I'm going to be developing some film live on camera. I'll probably be doing a short little test stream tomorrow night just to make sure I've got everything set up, because I'm going to have to do some clever rearranging, like moving my computer out into where I'm going to be developing film. So that's going to be interesting. But yes, I went shooting this past weekend in one of our local cemeteries, and I'm going to develop that film for you live on stream because it's fun, and you guys get to see some of how I do the not digital photography thing. So that will be Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So until then, have a good night. Stay healthy, stay safe. Love you guys. Wear a fucking mask. Please. For the love of God, wear a fucking mask. I'll see you Wednesday.